Authentic, fun, relatable, and slightly provocative. Just another hang with your besties. It's CK Mornings and the In Case You Missed It podcast.
A lot of times salespeople put off a slimy vibe, right?
That's the stereotype, yeah.
And I know some good ones. We know some good ones around town. You get your person, and then, it's kind of nice to deal with them. Mm-hmm. This is the kind of person right here that gives them a bad name. In North Chicago, there's a dealership that's dealing with some BS right now because a blind man came into the dealership looking to buy a vehicle, and they really kind of screwed him over. The man went to the dealership to buy a Chevy Traverse, not to drive himself, because he's blind, Alana,
okay, but
for family members to drive him around. Okay? So this is his idea. He's like, I'm going to buy the vehicle because I'm blind. He went in by himself, brought the advertised price, and the dealer agreed to a fair price. They promised to beat the interest rate. Like, they went back and forth. They dealt with it. So the dealer summarized the paperwork. The blind man signed it, and surprise, surprise, when he got home, his family was looking at the paperwork. He had paid $10,000 more, and the interest rate was almost double what they had agreed to. They pulled it over on the blind guy. The man went back to the dealership, complained, and he said, no, he signed in the dotted line. He's like, well, I'm going to sue you. And they're like, no, you can't, because you also signed a piece of paper that said we can't be sued.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is very shormy.
Yeah. Who let the blind guy go buy a vehicle by himself? Not that I'm not saying that they can't. I'm just like, I think that something along those lines, you should have somebody with you to sign. There's paperwork being done.
Yeah. And then on the flip side, did the dealership not think someone else would probably look at this or get found out eventually? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So is there any resolve, or is he kind of just going public?
This is all just coming out now, so we haven't got any resolution yet. But that's the story.
There's so many things about being blind where you're like, those little things we take for granted, right? Like.
Wait till he finds out he bought a purple and yellow striped vehicle.
I'd be so scared. I'd be like, how do I know what kind of car? I wouldn't, know what kind of car it is.
He's like, I had like a giant Suburban for me and my family. Gets in it. It's like a Mini Cooper.
Yeah.
And it's bright green or something.
Yeah, you don't know what color
Not
it
a
is.
clue.
That stinks.
Yeah. The dealership obviously swore me for doing that. I think in the future, he should be bringing along somebody to look at vehicles with him.
Yeah. Poor guy.
Don't you love my vehicle? It's a bike, Dad. Oh. Huh. My bad. Back to work after another whirlwind trip away. Went up to Toronto on the weekend.
Okay. I'm so excited to hear about it.
This all goes back to Kate's birthday.
Okay.
I had said to her, she enjoys this, so it's not like a me thing. But I said to her back in March, I said, hey, for your birthday, would you like to go to Toronto for a Maple Leaf game? Or would you like to go to a Blue Jays game? And she decided, let's go to a Blue Jays game. It's nicer weather. We can go and we can have some fun. I said, perfect. We'll do that. No problem. Little did I ever think was that the World Cup's coming and everything, the prices went through the roof. Holy bananas.
Yeah.
Things were pricey. Not even like price of gas, hotel prices. Bruno Mars was at Rogers. Our hotel was full of Bruno Mars fans, Jays fans. Like it was a lot going on. And then there's already visitors in the city for the World Cup, and that's drawn demand up. It was a lot of things were going on.
Yeah.
Okay. So we were planning to go Sunday's game, Monday's game, and then about 3 weeks ago, we got a note. Hey, Bridget Carlton and the Portland Fire are in town on the 24th, whatever that day was, 23rd. Okay. And I said, well, hey, we're going to Toronto the next day. Why don't we just go a day earlier, and we'll catch up and catch the game? So we did that on Saturday. Drove up there, met a whole busload at 12:30 in the afternoon at Left Field Brewery, which is right there in Liberty Village, and then we all walked. Well, we took a bus, basically across the highway to the game.
That's fun.
I'm telling you, yeah. It's so neat. It's such a thing when you see people and you see all the time, but in a different city.
Oh, it's a whole different vibe.
Yeah. It's like, hey, and we had the whole top floor of Left Field Brewery, which is such a cool place. So yeah, there was 60, 70 people up there. Her family was up there, and then we go to the game. I'm telling you, if you want to catch a WNBA game, Toronto is just it's you're so close.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bridget turned and everyone yelled at her, and she was like, "Hi guys!" That's how close everybody was. She was right there. I was like, "Oh wow!"
Oh my goodness!
So it was pretty neat to see. And then that bus went off. They stayed in Oakville. We stayed in Toronto, so we kind of split up from that point. Went to a bar downtown, watched a hockey game, and then Sunday, we went to the ball game, and then basically just hit every little pit stop on the way back for a little appetizer and a drink, and then made it back to the hotel. Our walk was 11 minutes from the Dome.
Ugh, what a fun day.
Yeah. And then I think Monday, I said, hey, do you want to do some shopping? We'll go to Eaton Center. Holy, that place.
I couldn't even do it because I'm like, I wouldn't even want to get started in there.
I was like, I hated myself for even suggesting it. I'm like, what a dumb, I don't like shopping.
And you really went big going to Eaton Center, too.
But it was her birthday weekend thing. So I'm like, we'll go. And we trucked around there for probably 2 or 3 hours. It was just, and you know me, I'm done after 8 minutes.
Yeah,
so
you're checked out.
I am like, my feet are swelling up. I'm sitting on a bench like an old man, just not enjoying it. I went into a store in the Eaton Center. And Kate was looking at something, and I said, I'm just going to wander to this store. Okay, it was a men's store. So I wandered towards the door, and a guy came over and opened up the door, and it was just a single door. It's not like a typical mall where it's like a big sliding glass. The gentleman opened the door, and he goes, hello, sir, what are you here for? And I'm like, I don't know, just looking. Like, it's a store. What are you thinking? And I walked in. I was in a different world.
What was it, like a Gucci store?
T-shirts for $500.
Oh, you're in
Pants
a nice
for $1,200. Yeah. And the guy said, can I help you with anything? And I was like, just looking. And you could tell he was like, it was like a pretty woman situation.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to buy a $500 T-shirt just to show him, like, I can buy a $500 T-shirt if I wanted. Would have had to come back 3 hours later to return it. But I was like, I was so out of my element. So then I had to stand there and pretend that I was looking at things because I didn't want to look like I was like, ugh. So I just wandered around for 20 minutes, and Kate came in. She's like, what are you looking at? I'm like, nothing. Don't touch anything.
Yeah, you have to act like you're like into it. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So
yeah,
expensive.
you're in too deep.
Yeah.
Wow, okay. I knew you were going to the game, WNBA game, to see Bridget. I didn't know it was such a long trip, though, with all these other accoutrements included.
Yeah, and then we got out of there early yesterday. It was funny. I went to the game on Monday night, and I had a buddy text me. And he said something. I said, I'm in Toronto. I'm going to the Jays game tonight. And he goes, oh, hey, my coworker's going there. And I said, well, funny. Maybe I'll run into him. Ha ha. It's 45,000 people. Don't I walk right into the guy?
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah. Hey, Brent, how are you? And he said, hey. And both our buddies said, I said, yeah, I know. Here we are.
Wow.
Isn't that weird?
Was the weather okay for you guys?
Saturday was cold and wet. It was like 4 degrees.
Yeah.
And then Monday it was 30. Like,
okay, so you got a little bit, because I know they canceled the Bruno concert on
that was
Saturday.
the talk of the breakfast buffet, I'll tell you.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah.
Those Bruno fans.
They were all up in arms, but they stuck around because they went the next. I don't even know.
Yeah.
There's just so many people. Good times, though, getting away to Toronto. And
how was it with Bridget? Like, she got a big standing ovation, like a big welcome?
Oh, she was, it was just wild. I think we're running out of music here. Yeah, she was just like... she had went out to Oakville to see everybody. She went and visited them out at the hotel.
Okay.
I wasn't part of that. I was already in Toronto, but yeah, she was in town for like 3 days. Got to see the family and
fun.
Yeah, and it was her birthday on Friday. So then she lit up the scoreboard and they won. Yeah, she was all over their social media. Like
I saw the video. It was really cute.
Good stuff. Great weekend in Toronto. Anne Hathaway has come out with something. Have you heard this?
No, not at all.
She was secretly half blind for 10 years. She's 43 now, and she says when she was 40, she had what she calls a miracle surgery to fix an early onset cataract in her left eye. She says it temporarily impacted my vision so much that I was basically legally blind out of my left eye. Didn't realize how bad it had gotten until I couldn't see anything. I actually am like, 2 generations back, that would have been an option for someone. That wouldn't have been an option for someone like me. She was talking about it on a podcast, about which sense she'd be willing to live without. So the host said, hey, you could be willing to live without one sense.
Huh, that's an interesting question.
What would you be willing to live without?
Okay, you're asking me this now.
Yeah, I'm asking you this.
Really
and she came back with, well, I could go without my eyesight because I was half blind for 10 years. And that's how this whole topic started. So if you could be without one sense...
I just need a list.
She has to look at the 5 senses.
I just want to double check I have all the sight, hearing, smell, taste, and touch.
Yep.
Touch is interesting because part of me is like, what do you mean you don't have touch? Like, is there anyone out there without any touch? Like your nerves in your fingers would have to be gone to have no touch?
I guess, yeah.
I touch it.
You could do without touching? Well, obviously you can.
But I've gone 2 years. What's another? No, but I'm like, what is the sense of touch even? Like, you can still touch things, you know what I'm saying? But I just don't get this.
JP Huggins is in our studio.
Like, what's touch? If I touch silk pants, I can't feel that they're silk. What do I care?
Do you want to weigh in, JP?
I'm not sure that I do.
JP's going to tell us about Trot to the Beach coming up before 7 this morning.
I think I'm doing... Well, what about smell? I mean...
You wouldn't want to smell like fresh baked bread or your morning coffee.
Okay,
or fresh
sight.
cut
We'll
grass.
start with ones you would not want to live
Okay.
without. Sight and hearing, those got to be the top.
Yeah.
Hearing would be the one I probably would not want to, like the one I would want the most. Then sight, taste. I'd
Taste,
want
yeah.
taste.
Yeah, I'd
But
lose
then if
my
you didn't
mind.
have taste, you'd probably go on a diet really easy. That's the plus. But
Yeah,
taste,
that's
I
true.
think I would want taste third. Smell and touch is the ones I could probably go without. Obviously, smell.
I'd probably say smell. I think
Smell?
for
You
me.
do without smell?
Yeah, I'm around some pretty horrible smells.
Yeah, that's
quite a
true.
bit, so I mean,
I'm willing to win some, lose some. What about you, Chris?
I don't think I could do without touch.
No, you're that into touch. I didn't know.
Look at these hands.
Casanova.
Yes. Smell.
very tactile.
Is that what you said? You said smell, JP?
I said smell. Yeah.
Maybe smell.
Let me see. I'm Googling
Sight.
losing sense of touch.
I can't lose hearing. That's I kind of
Oh.
need that for my job.
Okay, hypoesthesia is a numbness and a common side effect with medical conditions that manifest as a reduced sense of touch. Big whoop.
Yeah. Jeez. Yeah, I don't.
Oh, there's a Reddit AMA. I have no tactile senses. Ask me anything. So they can't feel temperature, pressure, texture, pain, position, orientation.
Oh, yeah, I don't
Beautiful. I don't want to feel any of those.
You don't
boy.
want that? No touch. JP's no smell.
No
Oh,
orientation. You wouldn't know if you were upside down or
Yeah.
the right
Okay, it
side
does
up.
say they get injured a lot. They're not.
Well, yeah.
Oh, I bet.
Jeez. I didn't feel that. Man.
I can feel everything. I get injured a lot still.
Yeah, Dave weighs in here on the text line, says JP would not want to lose his smell because he wouldn't smell my ribs. Oh,
Oh,
Dave
boy.
Bonnell, yes,
Yeah,
yes, it's
that's-
good ribs. Okay,
That's for sure
yeah,
true.
I can't lose
It
smell.
makes awesome ribs.
Sight. No, I need that. Hearing. I'm gonna go smell. I go that one.
Smell.
Final answer.
Yeah.
Smell. Lena's still over
It'd
there
be
studying
terrible,
without
but
touch. How she can get lack of touch going.
No, I'm just deep in. Someone asked how do you lose your sense of touch? What's it all about? People are answering. Very interesting.
You get old, you just get completely out of touch.
Yeah.
Is that it?
That's out
I
of
think
touch.
I've been
Nice.
there.
That's what she said.
That's what she said. That's what she said.
That's what she said.
Now, a deep dive into the world of women's fashion, beauty, health, and the real talk on love and relationships. If it's trending and making waves on the group chat, Alana's got it covered. Here's That's What She Said.
Well, this article of clothing is the it article for the summer. It's coming back. Capri pants. They're everywhere. So capris were really big when I was young. Like that's all I had was capri pants. But then for a while, I feel like you didn't really hear about them too much. You obviously know what capris are, right?
Oh yeah.
Like mid-length, like they're not full pants, they're not shorts.
To your
they're
calves, yeah.
They're not quite jorts though.
Yeah.
They're calf. That's exactly it. So when I was a kid, like that was everything was capri pants, and you didn't really hear much about them for a while. Like no one wore capris, pedal pushers. That's my mom.
Oh yeah.
A couple of culottes. So capris though are like the it clothing item of the spring and summer. Capris and flip flops. That's what I'm seeing everywhere. They're back with momentum. They're popping up all over. Search interest in capris has surged 155% on Google. So all the girlies are like, I gotta get me some capris. I gotta see what this is all about. So it's a little bit different now. Like it's more polished. Because when I was young, I had like a stretch waistband, and they were just kind of like cash. There was no rhyme or reason
Yep.
to them. But this time they're more sleeker, sharper, kind of like chic. You know about chic.
So they're making. Did they ever go away though?
Yeah, I feel like you didn't.
They
Like
just were
people wore
gone?
capris, but like I feel like you didn't really see them on the stores, and like you didn't really hear much about them. Like
Okay, so they wore them, but they weren't in style.
I didn't want to say that.
Okay, well,
like I
that's-
just feel
that's-
like
yeah.
there's a different. Like they were more cash, People wore capris,
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
sure. But this time they're like, oh, like capris are like the it thing of the summer or whatever. So the best capri pants hit at the calf, the perfect spot at the calf. They're breathable in the summer, and they can pair effortlessly with like a button down, casual T-shirt. So that's one of the things. They're very versatile, I find. And everyone's been liking the 2000s. Everything's 2000s, early 2000s trends.
Yep.
So this is no different, and they're very effortless. So of course I'm like, well, I gotta hear capris now because the internet tells me capris are cool. So you know what I do when there's like a trend that's kind of the trend
You
of the
jump both feet in and you buy all the ones you can find.
Well, I do, but this is what I do because
Okay.
I'm like, if there's a trend where I'm like, I don't know how long this is gonna last. Like, I don't know, I don't want to spend that much money on it if it's not gonna be trendy again in a couple months. I go to the thrift store. So I got, I think 3 pairs of capris from the thrift store, and yeah, I feel pretty cool. I gotta say, I don't think
Did
I wore them
you
yet.
did you go buy the capris and then write this story that they're back? Is that what you
Something.
did?
I should start doing that.
You were like, you know what's back, ladies? It's the capris. And I just found 3 for $15.
No. I saw.
okay.
See, you know me. I'm chronically online, so I was seeing capris. I knew this was gonna happen because I've been seeing capris the last
Okay.
couple of months. So I'm like, I gotta get capris, and sure enough, here we are with capris. So I got a couple cool pairs at the thrift store. Also, Giant Tiger had a really cool pair. I feel very I don't know how to describe it, like Audrey Hepburn or something. I got capris and pointy shoes I was wearing the other day, and I just want to like tip tap around. You know what I'm saying? Can you picture it? Or no?
Yeah, you don't want to know what I'm picturing. You're tip-tapping around with your
Like, I
capris.
feel like a little city mouse.
I'm just picturing Peter Pan, is what I'm picturing.
Okay, yeah, but
Very
no,
simple.
no, that's the vibe though. Like I'm just kind of what's it called when you
Steal from the rich, give to the poor. That's the style. Okay, I'll just sum up the entire segment today.
Got some girl chat that we need to cover on That's What She Said? Text CK Mornings anytime. 519-354-8684. Alana's That's What She Said.
Put you in a situation and want to find out how you're going to squirm out of this one. 519-354-8684. It's Chris's dilemma of the day. Okay?
right.
Let's see how honest of a person you are, Alana. You drop your brand new television before even getting it into the house. Do you return it to the store and say it didn't work, or admit that you dropped it? Or just live with a broken TV?
No, I admit that I dropped it, and I hope that pity and charm carries me through getting another one for free. I'd have a whole rigmarole.
I don't think they would take it back. They're like, it's on you. That's
I'd
how I
act
think.
silly and be like, okay, you want the truth? I'd probably try to go to a male employee.
Oh, and try to
and,
flirt your
be like, oh,
refund
you
out
know,
of it?
I just kind of dropped it, and I would be like honest and be funny and
And I'm going to tell you, you're not getting anywhere with that answer.
no.
I don't think you're getting anywhere. I think they're like, well, tough.
Well, I gotta try. I
Potatoes.
mean, I try, and if I take the L, if I don't get
Take
it,
the L, eh?
what am I gonna do? Argue if I?
Yeah, you're going to go and tell them that it didn't work when you open it up.
No, I don't do that method. It doesn't.
Oh.
That doesn't get me anywhere in life. I do. That's my method in life is being silly and fun, and look
And
how far it's gotten
I was
me.
going to say, I'm like, how's that working out for you? All right, so 519-354-8684. Chris's dilemma of the day. Okay, how are you dealing with this situation? I didn't think anybody was going to try to be honest. And I should have known
So where do
better.
you go? You came broken?
Well, you know what I would do? Okay, this is what I would do. Oopsie, I dropped it. And then I would open the box and dishevel it a little bit so it looked like I had it out. And then I would go and push it back in the box and take it to them and say, listen, I opened this up, plugged it in, it didn't work. What's going on here? What kind of banana stand are you running here? Come on. But I'd go to a female and really flirt it up. Like, what kind of banana stand are you running here? You dropped your brand new television before even getting it into the house. Do you return it to the store and say it didn't work, or do you admit you dropped it? We're splitting this one. What are you going to do with Chris's dilemma of the day? Dilemma of the day. We do it every Wednesday where I throw a situation at you, put you into a little bit of hot water. How are you squirming out of this? Just want to know how you're dealing with it. 519-354-8684. And we keep it anonymous. Like, we don't want to put anybody on blast, right? Mm-mm. We don't want your employer to hear how you're going to deal with something and be like, oh, not hiring that person. What would you do in this situation? You dropped your brand new television before even getting it into the house. Do you return it to the store and say it didn't work, or admit that you dropped it? What are you doing? You're being honest.
Yeah, I'm going in right in there and hoping a few giggles get me out of this.
But it's all your fault.
Yeah, but I feel like these massive, it's from like a massive company, like they don't care. Like they return anything. You ever try to return anything to Walmart? They don't care.
I said I'm going to go open the box, ruffle up the styrofoam a little bit, look like I've been through it, and then say,
You're
hey.
doing too much. They're going to let you return it either way.
I'm going to say, look, I got this home. If you're selling me faulty equipment, I will take my money elsewhere. My business will go down the street if you don't return this.
They don't need your $300.
Meanwhile, you're sitting next to me going,
Yeah. I guess who's going to have good karma because she's not a big
think?
fat liar.
all right. Well, what are you going to do in this situation? Chris's dilemma of the day.
All right. Are we keeping the names anonymous?
No, just get first names. We don't want to.
All right. Jess. Jess says, Okay, be honest, pay for extra warranty, get it replaced for free by manufacturer. I don't know, I think she got a whole scheme going here.
Yeah, but I think you've already bought it.
Be honest, pay for extra warranty, get it replaced for free by manufacturer.
Oh, maybe this is what she's doing. She's buying another one, getting a warranty, and then taking back the broken one. Have you ever heard that scam? You ever heard that game?
My head can't even wrap around that. Or maybe she's saying she usually does the extra warranty anyway, so she get it for free. George says, I'm with Chris. I'm going back, and I'm not going to be happy with them. I bought a broken TV. Winky. Winkety wink wink. Roy says, say you opened it. Try it. It works great. If not, return it. Say it didn't work when you opened it.
That's what I'm going to do. Ryan says, honesty always wins.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Tell him, Ryan.
Said the man that's got a broken TV in his garage. Yeah.
Yeah, who's laughing when I got a giant crack on my TV and I just see you? Beautiful new TV.
Where's my 75-incher? You're over there on a 36-incher with a dent in the side. Yeah, who's winning now at life? Checking with Chatham-Kent Mayor Darrin Canniff, who joins us every single Wednesday morning. Morning, Mayor Canniff.
Good morning. How are you?
Very good. Sounds like you're on the move. Where are you at here today?
Yeah, I'm at Maple Industries in Chatham on Sass Road.
They deal with steel a lot, don't they?
Yes. So they've been here a lot of years, and it's something I know. I drove by, I don't know how many times. I was kind of aware of what they did in here, but it's a pretty cool business they have here. As they put it, they said if a magnet sticks to it, they deal with it.
Really?
So it's a lot of steel they deal with, and they've contributed to all the big arenas around southwestern Ontario. So London, Windsor, Sarnia, they provide a lot of the steel for all of those.
It's one of these places in Chatham-Kent that serves the region, the province, all over the place, that is right here in our backyard we don't even know about, right?
I know, because you drive by, if you go to McDonald's on Park Ave, you look over and you can see it. But It's one of those buildings that you just drive by. But they employ 50 people, and it's intricate to the economy here in Chatham-Kent.
Darrin Canniff, Man of Steel, is with us this morning over at Maple Industries. Well, let's get into a development. Alana, you got the first question here from Mayor Canniff today.
Yeah, this was approved at council on Monday night. Wallaceburg getting a new housing project, the first of its kind in decades for Wallaceburg. So what can you tell us about the project, some of the timelines?
We're super excited about that project. It's we're going to have over 70 people at the facility. And we're in the process of getting the construction going. But it's going to provide 70 units of affordable housing in Wallaceburg. Wallaceburg needs housing really bad, along with the rest of Chatham-Kent. But it's an exciting project. There's a fair amount of money, and we've got support from the upper levels of government to do it. It's a very exciting project. We've been working on this one for probably 3 or 4 years anyway.
Mayor Canniff, can you tell me, just with this situation, because I know these come up sometimes, we hear about developments, is this one owned by the municipality?
Yes, the municipality have this one, but it's getting federal, provincial money as well. But the thing is, the municipality owns probably 900 housing units across Chatham-Kent, somewhere in that range.
And we need to step that up, right? And this is just like the step in that direction? Exactly.
So that's why we went and purchased school properties and various other things to get the property. That's the first piece. In order to get the upper levels of government funding, we have to have shovel-ready projects. So that's the idea: is you get land, you have everything. When you make your application, said, give us the money and we'll start building.
So with this announcement, is there more in the pipeline? Are we close to announcing something else, or is this we do one every 3 years, or what's the timeline with these kind of situations?
We have lots of others in the pipeline. So maybe not the size of this one, but we're certainly looking at other ones this size, but also smaller ones. So you get 10 units here, 20 here, 5 here. We're looking at all sorts of units, and not just us owning them. We're looking at we'd love to see public-private partnerships in working together. That's why we put out RFPs on a couple of the properties that we own to bring in private developers and say, would you like to work with us to create affordable housing?
Okay. Find out more about that story, cknewstoday.ca, and see some of the renderings. Lana, what else we got to talk about today?
We got some stuff coming up again to be summer season, so lots of events going on in Chatham-Kent. The Kinsman Fair, always a big one.
I know. 80 years they've been doing it. Actually, 81. So they're kicking it off on Thursday. So it's something I remember going to as a kid. It was called the JC Fair then, but the Kinsman took it over 20 years ago. So it's an event that that goes way, way back. And it's just an opportunity to get out for the kids, get out and enjoy the rides and stuff, the parents to get out. It's just a great place to socialize and get out and support our community.
And Shrewsbury's got a big car show this weekend, too.
Yes. So we are the classic car capital of Canada here in Chatham-Kent. And one of the many reasons we have about 10 car shows across our municipality over the summer. One of them is Shrewsbury. We just had Retrofest this week. Shrewsbury, you're going to see a lot of others. But if you've never been out to the Shrewsbury Car Show, get out there. It's a fun stop. There's a couple hundred cars plus out there. And it's a pretty... I've been out there 2 or 3 times, and it's worth the trip. Just get out and explore Chatham-Kent.
You should have some good weather for it. I wanted to get back to some business here before we wrap up today. Councillor Ryan Doyle announced a notice of motion. He wants staff to create a detailed report on how many agenda items were pulled by councillors, how many motions were made, basically a stats pack of your role as mayor and the councillors to come back. What's your thoughts on that?
Well, I guess first off is I'm not sure what, in the end, what does that mean, whether a councillor pulled 3 items or pulled them all? Because if we keep stats on it and you look and say, well, gee, you haven't pulled enough, well, we might as well forget the consent agenda because people are going to pull everything to say that the stats. That we govern as we look and pull those items when we have questions. If you read the report, you don't have any questions, you don't need to pull it. So all we'd be doing is saying, here, let's pull everything. So we would get rid of the consent agenda. We put everything out there. The more relevant stat is attendance, particularly at the committee meetings. Right on, if you go to our website, we keep track of that. So you look and say when all the councillors sit on committees, the attendance is there. That's something. It's either you were there or you weren't. It's pretty straightforward. Everybody should have pretty solid attendance there. So that's one stat that we keep track of. But to try and say that, oh, you only pulled so many this or you only made so many motions, because I know a lot of times councillors will work together. 6 people will get together and do a motion. But so are they going to all start fighting over who does the motion?
That's a good call. I was thinking, here's a money-making idea, okay? We print like baseball cards for councillors, mayor, and administration. And then on the back, you could have the stats. And then you would buy, sell, and trade them, right? And then, and you know about the card world. If you get, a tough-to-find, I don't know, a tough-to-find Ryan Doyle card, and maybe it's autographed, and then, hey, a couple extra bucks. It just man, we are making money hand over fist, I think.
Yeah, it's the sponsorships.
Oh, the sponsorships.
It's great opportunity. Oh, yeah. I think we could probably eliminate property taxes eventually with that idea.
Well, I might run on that, so don't even steal that from me, all right?
Oh, I'm getting the thumbs up here at Maple Industries, the thumbs up to eliminating property taxes.
Oh, there we go. All right, we're making things happen. Say hi to the gang over at Maple Industries. We appreciate what they do for Chatham-Kent, and we'll talk with you again soon, Mayor Canniff. Thank you for your time.
Have a fantastic day, everybody.
Premier Uncle Doug Ford was speaking again yesterday, as he does quite often at Queen's Park, and he was talking about a recent coyote attack for the second time at a park in Markham. Just happened earlier this week. And they asked Premier Doug Ford about this. He chimed in, and he related back. He's a relatable guy, right?
Man of the people.
Yeah, Uncle Doug was telling us about how he had some coyotes in his backyard.
Oh.
And he shared how he got rid of them.
Okay. I would like some tips from
All
him.
right. So this is your Premier of Ontario talking about the coyotes he had in his backyard and what he did.
Well, I have them in my backyard. You're worried to walk your dog out there. We have a coyote problem. But you're going to think the cheese slipped off the cracker with me. But one night I'm sitting there, and they must have made a kill, and they're screeching. I don't know if you've ever heard them. They're screeching, so I went out there and howled like a wolf. They stopped instantly. No, honestly, I got to tape this for you guys. They stopped instantly, so they figured the big wolf's around the corner. And
Is that him?
That was him.
The big wolf. Big wolfy dog.
He said the way he got rid of the coyotes in his backyard is that he acted like a wolf.
Wow.
And you might think the cheese slipped off the cracker with this guy, but that's how he got rid of it.
Okay. I thought it was the big wolf. It's pretty good. Better than I could do.
That's our Premier.
Put his heart and soul into that, Chris.
It's a man of the people right there.
Wow. Great tip.
Imagine if you're Dougie's neighbor and you're just out back one day and
There
you're
it
like,
goes
oh.
again. Cheese off. The cheese is off the darn cracker.
There you go.
I just love when he talks. He's so folksy, eh?
One thing after another.
Yeah, take the cheeses off the cracker. Holy cannoli, here he goes.
They made a kill.
Ow! Right there. It's the man leading the province.
You know he loved it too.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and they probably walked away and his people are like, don't howl
I'm surprised
again.
he didn't beat his chest.
Got him. So I've been up in Toronto the last, 3 nights. Got home yesterday, and it was busy. Like, there was a Jays game. We had the WNBA game on Saturday night with Bridget Carlton. The whole family was there. And then, World Cup stuff is happening. You can feel the city's kind of buzzing with that. That's going to start in less than a month now. And I didn't realize this, but our hotel was, packed full of Bruno Mars fans.
Wow.
I should have known, judging my career choice when he was in Toronto, but he's got another 3 shows beginning tonight.
Okay.
Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
One got postponed, but I think they played one the next night.
Yeah. So one was Saturday was postponed. They did Sunday, and then another tonight, and then they're remaking one this weekend. So it's huge at that Rogers Stadium in Toronto. So it's funny because we were at the Continental Breakfast, which was outstanding at our hotel. And all these people were wearing Bruno Mars merchandise, and I couldn't figure it out. And I finally was like, oh, he's in town. That's what's going on. So I was reading something online, and this woman here is just pretty funny. She's complaining about the sound at the Downsview Park, is where this Rogers Stadium is and where Bruno Mars is playing. And she said, when I first heard the noise at 8:50, I thought, okay, someone's in the neighborhood. They've got all their windows open. The car is rocking. Instead, the whole neighborhood was rocking. She's complaining about the noise. She Googled if there were any concerts in the nearby park and contemplated jumping in her car to find out the source of the noise. And then she goes on to say, and this is her voice. And then I figured it out because I was conversing with my daughter who was at the concert with my 2 grandchildren that, in fact, I was listening to the concert. It was shocking.
Wow.
She's not happy. It was too loud. Too much noise.
Was too loud. Too much Uptown Funk.
Yeah, too much Uptown Funk was rattling her windows.
I'll get you.
Yeah, she apparently doesn't live that far away from the park, which I think, last year was the first year it opened. She probably, you would have experienced it by now, but she was pretty surprised. Bruno was the first show of the year. And the Live Nation has said, listen, it was the perfect storm, literally and figuratively, of weather. Weather helps sound travel, and just the way Sunday night was, it was traveling and it was rocking and rolling. Everybody kind of heard it, and that's kind of where they came from. So they kind of brushed it off, but doesn't sound like it's over.
No.
What is this woman's name anyway? She just sounds like she's got, I'm going to write a letter to the mayor. Sound the heavy bass from the concert. She was very upset, but...
Okay, I mean, I guess it all depends. If I have to go to sleep and I heard that, I'd probably be frustrated too. But then the other side of me would be like, oh, cool, I get to hear a free concert, kind of.
Yeah, I don't know if it matters where you're at, what city, what town, how big or how small the concert is. There's always going to be somebody that doesn't want to hear it.
Right?
Oh,
yeah.
It doesn't matter. It could be the Beatles got back together, and there's going to be somebody, what is this racket? It's so loud, I can't even sleep. It don't matter who it is.
Oh, straight to the Facebook community groups.
Elvis is alive, performing tonight. Oh, so loud. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're never going to get over it.
There's a trend with men right now. I don't know, Chris, if you've heard of it or are partaking in it. Might be popular with your gym bros, but hockey butt.
Hockey butt.
The term hockey butt is gaining popularity the last little while. So it's basically all about how hockey players, people have come to notice, and it's getting attention, how hockey players usually have smaller waists, but really bigger butts for men.
Look at Sidney Crosby. Sidney's got a big old butt.
Does he have a little donk? Yeah?
Yeah.
So that's the thing. So it's become a whole thing where non-hockey player guys now are trying to get the hockey butt, and then girls are looking for a guy that's got the hockey butt.
And women have hockey butt too. Look at the female hockey players.
But I feel like women have nice butts generally, and men more than men.
Oh yeah, I'm saying a hockey player. Their muscles and their core and their butts, and they use it to fend off opponents. It's good to have a big butt. I've heard scouts talk about it. He's got a big rump. It's like
okay.
they're talking about a horse. Is it it's a good thing to have?
Oh, okay. Yeah, so the hockey butt. So it started a lot with like the hype around men's hockey earlier in the year at the Olympics. Shows like heated rivalry too. So now this is why hockey butt is gaining attention. It's getting more popular for men to do like butt strengthening exercises because they want to rump. Everyone wants to rump.
We don't call it butt strengthening at the gym.
Get you in trouble.
Here to strengthen my butt.
So I don't know if you see the guys at the gym now. They're doing the hip thrust, the bridges, the squats, the lunges, as a way to hopefully get hockey butt. They're taking out the yoga mats more and doing all these hockey butt things. And it's not all shallow though, Chris. And like you kind of mentioned, it's actually important for like health too. There's some benefits to hockey butt because since having better glutes have become a goal for men, it's longevity as well. So it's the largest and most powerful muscle in the body, this gluteus maximus.
Okay.
I did not. The smack was unnecessary.
You know why you smack your butt like you're serving a meal or something.
I love the term gluteus maximus. It sounds so royal. Anyways, it's the foundation of core and strength in aging because it's linked to stability, movement. It helps with balance, our nerves. So that's all critical as we're aging as well. So hockey butt, I mean, it's one of those things, win-win. Who loses with a hockey butt situation?
Well, try to buy jeans. That's the tough part.
You really notice when a guy has a nice butt, though, because it's such an oddity.
Don't know if I've ever questioned that.
Normal guy.
Say it.
Normal guy butts looked clenched.
It looks like a pizza box. It goes from like shoulders to calves. Right? Like it's straight down. A hockey butt is...
So when a guy has a nice... That's what I'm saying. Like a girl has a nice butt, that's more standard place.
Oh, yeah.
But guys' butts usually look so clenched in and just there.
Well, 9 times out of 10 they are.
Like God just gave up and was like... So when you do see with a guy with a butt, you're like, whoa, look at that thing.
Like a couple of canned hams in there is what you're looking at. Right?
I mean, I don't treat you guys like pieces of beef. Not me, Chris.
No.
This is what people are saying.
I just smacked it when you gluteus maximus. Oh, bam. Very respectful when it comes to the butt, Alana.
You gotta be. It's health. It's for health, Chris. For goodness sakes, I want you guys to live a long gluteus life.
Gluteus life to the maximus?
Yeah.
Is that the goal?
Yeah.
All right, I'm heading to the gym today. Here to work on my butt.
Subscribe to the CK Mornings in case you missed it podcast and never miss an episode. Plus, drop us a rating and a comment too. Listen live weekday mornings at 94.3 CKSY.com.